Hey fragrance family, I'm Daver and I'm a fragrance bro. Welcome to day 14 of Rose Month. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. And today we have, you know it, Noir de Noir by Tom Ford. Now Noir de Noir is kind of a rite of passage for a fragrance viewer and in general just a fragrance nut. You've got to try this scent out. It's very, very popular. It's one of Tom Ford's most popular fragrances in his line. And I can definitely see why. It is a good fragrance. Now I remember smelling this fragrance a while back, a long time ago, and I didn't like it. I thought it smelled sour, and I thought it smelled off. Like I thought there must have been something wrong with my sample or something. And so I don't know what happened between then and now, but I don't think it smells bad anymore. As with all Tom Ford fragrances, it's a fragrance that's cranked to 11, and it's one of the more is more approaches to fragrances, which Tom Ford, his line, does brilliantly. This is a very thick rose. I'm glad I don't have any. I'm glad it's not fresh at all. Thank God we're not doing another fresh rose scent today. So it's thick and it's deep and it's even decadent in some ways, which I really like in this case. There is oud in there, but I don't think that it's super oudy. I thought it was going to be more oudy than it was, and at least on me. So it doesn't come off as a typical rose oud combination, at least to me anyway. There's also a good bit of patchouli in there, and it also doesn't come off as a very rose patchouli combination either. I think that you could make the argument that this is either a modern interpretation of a rose oud or a modern interpretation of a rose patchouli, or third option is that it's something completely new. And I would say that I think it's the third option. I think this is something new. I like how he kind of was like, rose oud is a genre, rose patchouli is a genre. Let's just throw them all together and see what happens. And it works out really, really well in this. There is like a, like I said, the rose is very prominent. It's very like syrupy and clear in that way, and there's oud, there's patchouli, and there's I believe there's vanilla in there, and because of that it adds like this chocolatey overtone that is really nice. It really is nice. I have to say that the opening though kind of threw me off a little bit. I did not like the opening, but as it dried I thought it got better as time progressed. But even though I think that it is very nice, here's the thing. It still smells matronly to me. It smells feminine, and I have to give it the grandmother's hug. I have to give it, it does smell kind of grandmotherly to me. To me, it doesn't smell very masculine or really unisex. It smells more feminine. I do understand why men like this. I do think there's some aspects in there that appeal to a masculine perception here, especially the thicker dry down and the chocolatey dry down. I think a lot of men will actually like that a lot. And I think that if you like Amen by Thierry Mugler, I think there's something in here that you will like, and that namely is a chocolate patchouli thing going on. Performance is really good. It's a little bit less than I thought it was going to be. Usually Tom Ford fragrances are pretty, beastly as far as their performance. That doesn't bother me with this, just because, it's just because it's not, like Tobacco Vanille performance. I cannot knock it for not going 24 hours, but it was very good. My wife did not like the opening, but she did like the dry down. So as it dried, she thought it was great, but she still smelled. She said that the fragrance itself smelled a little girly. So she doesn't like it on me, at least. This is definitely one I think you need to smell for yourself and not blind buy. I always discourage people from blind buying, but especially with fragrances that we review and we have negative opinions of. This is not one that you want to blind buy. I think that is more polarizing than I think some people lead on. But I think this would be sexy as crap on a woman. I think a woman would smell amazing in this. This is the epitome of Valentine's Day. It is dark, it is sultry, it is seductive, it is rosy, it's delectable, it's amazing. It's roses plus chocolate plus seduction. What could you ask for? I'll see you tomorrow.